Hello everyone. Well, some of you, I think Persad, I hope I pronounce your name correctly, you asked me that what can you do with a thin yarn. I don't know how thin is the yarn that you got. You thought it's for, well, knitting? But, you know, they're yarn that even though it says knitting, you can crochet. It's no problem. But I don't know how thin it's that yarn. I don't know if it's like this, very, well, it's thin. Or, you know, I have this one, much thinner. It's very thin, this one. Very thin, as you can see. It's very thin. Yeah, I don't know which one, because all these I have, they're on the thin side, you know. Even this one, it's on the thin side. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think with this kind of thin yarn, you can do a, if you like, you can do a blouse, like with a Solomon lover's knot stitch. You can do a table runner, you know, or you can do a tablecloth, or if you have, you know, this kind of thin, and I think this one is cotton. Yeah, you can do like when you go to the beach, like a cover up, you know, like a dress or something like that. You can make a shopping bag. But with the thin yarn, it takes forever to finish. Depends now what kind of stitch you're gonna use. If you use open work like a mesh, yeah, it goes faster. But if you use, you know, a stitch that is much closed, it's gonna take like forever, you know. For example, with this one I did, with this yarn that it's so thin, I did a blouse. And it's really nice, but it took time. Yeah, you can do so many things, like a summer scarf. You can do, I don't know if you like those, not macrame, but, you know, like circles. I don't know how they call those things. You know, you can do so many things with that. You can even do with this kind of yarn, you can do a curtain, for example, like, you know, I don't know, like a window curtain, or there's so many things you can do with a thin yarn. But with a thin yarn, it's good to use open work like a mesh or something that will go a little bit faster, because if you are to do single crochet with this kind of yarn, oh boy, it's gonna take like forever to do that. But then you go into this one that it's a little bit thicker, so you can work faster, and this one too, it's a little bit thicker. But with the, I don't know how thin it's your yarn, you know. But yeah, with the thin yarn I worked, and I did blouses, tank tops, you know, for summer. Or you can make a shawl, you can make a wrap. And I did, of course, I did with this kind of yarn. I did, because when I find some yarn that I like, I buy, you know, a lot of yarn, you know, because I don't know if I'm gonna find it again. If I choose to do something else, or I change my mind and I do a bigger project, yeah, than just, you know, a blouse or something. But I did with this, yeah, I did, for example, a blouse, and with this kind of yarn, thin one, I did like a cushion cover up. You make a cover for cushion, because this is cotton, and you know, this is acrylic, for example. And after you use this, it gets really weird, yeah, the material. But with the cotton, even though you sit on it, you use it, no matter what you choose to do, a blouse, a cushion cover, the cotton will stay, you know, intact for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, you can do so many things. I did, for example, for my son's, when he was in kindergarten, I use this kind of thing, because here in Japan they ask us to make ourselves like they have like a cushion, but that cushion has, you know, it's for earthquake. In case they have earthquake, that cushion opens because it's folded in half, and you open and you put it on your head in case of earthquakes. Since Japan has so many earthquakes every single day, you don't know when a big one hits. So even the kids in kindergarten, they have, and they ask us to do a cover, and I did with this kind of yarn, with cotton, of course, because they sit on that. Yeah, you can do so many things, but it's gonna take like forever if you choose not an open stitch, yeah, to do things. Now depends what kind of material is that you have the yarn, if it's acrylic or cotton or mix of acrylic and cotton, then you will choose what to do. For example, if you do a table runner, you know, with mixed cotton and acrylic, well, you don't use that much table runner, you don't sit, you don't wear that, you know, so it's gonna last for a long time. Depends now, if you spill something on it and you have to wash it, that acrylic is gonna get really weird, you know. I for example, for pillow covers or whatever, you know, I don't recommend to do with acrylic. Cotton should be the choice, because if you're gonna use that pillow for some time, or you want to wash the material, it's gonna get really weird and straggly, and I don't like it. Yeah, but you can do so many things. I think the blouses for summer with cotton, it's really nice, or even if it's acrylic but it's a thin thread, you can do blouses, you can do even cardigans, you know, like, I don't know, something that will be breezy and not too hot, you know, for summer. But yeah, I like to, I have a lot of, how you say, I like to work with this kind of yarn when I have orders for table runners or table cloths. Yeah, my clients, people want me to do that. So I work with this. It takes a little bit longer, depends on the stitch. But yeah, you can do so many things. Just, you know, you have to decide what exactly do you want to do. Because if you're going to do a blouse or you're going to make a tank top, if that yarn has some acrylic in it, well, it's not going to look good after 2 or 3 washes. It's not going to look good, yeah. So yeah, well, I don't know, you know, you look at what material is that yarn that you have and how thin is that yarn. So I will recommend doing something that, if you have the patience and it's not a big project, well, you can do with a stitch that it's a little bit closed, like, I don't know, single crochet or half double crochet or whatever combination the stitch might be. But yeah, you have to decide what exactly do you want to do with that yarn and what kind of material has in it, you know. But well, I don't like so much to work with thin yarn to make you know, blouses or tank tops, because it takes like forever. A shawl might go faster because it's just one, you know, pattern. But when you have to do like sweaters, or it gets complicated, you know, with a shawl or a tablecloth or a table runner, it's faster, you know. Even for cushion covers, it's nice. You can make with, you know, with this kind of yarn, make a cover for cushion, and then you stuff with whatever material you want to be soft, and it's nice. But yeah, for summer, for thin yarn, I would recommend use cotton. It's the best choice. Yeah. Okay, well, this is it for this tutorial. I hope you find something to do with the yarn that you have, and to have the patience to finish the project. You know, because as much as I like to do the tablecloths and the table runners, especially table runners, it takes some time, but it's just, you know, back and forth. It's the same thing with increasing, decreasing for a blouse, for a tank top, for whatever. It's a little bit, you know, it takes some time. You know. Okay, well, Persad, I hope I answer your questions. If you have more questions, you can we can chat on the comment section. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your question. Take care. Bye bye.